For the past couple of years, we've all gotten pretty used to AI as something we can talk to, right? You ask it a question, it spits out an answer. But that's just the very beginning. The real revolution is what's happening right now as AI morphs from a simple chatbot into something way, way more powerful. Today, we're going to explore that exact leap from an AI that just talks to an AI that actually does. So here's the roadmap for today. We're going to start in the classroom, watching AI become a personal tutor. Then we'll see it graduate to a research assistant and a crazy powerful creation engine. And finally, we'll get to the biggest jump yet, AI that does the work for us, which, raises some pretty huge questions about our own future. This is really the question at the heart of everything today. For a while now, AI has been like a super smart librarian. It gives you information, but the game is changing fast. We're now seeing AI become an active partner, a collaborator, that doesn't just tell you what to do, it actually helps you get it done. And our journey kicks off right in the classroom. The first big step in AI's evolution from a talker to a doer is all about changing how we learn. OpenAI is tackling this with a new feature in ChatGPT called Study Mode, and the whole idea is to turn it from a simple answer machine into a real learning tool. And this really shows you the fundamental shift. We all know standard mode. You ask, it answers. Bam! It's an answer engine. But study mode is totally different. It's designed to be a thinking partner. So instead of just handing you the solution, it quizzes you. It tests if you really get it. It actually pushes you to think for yourself. And this feature didn't just appear out of thin air. When ChatGPT first exploded, a lot of educators kind of freaked out. Some schools banned it completely because they were worried it would just destroy critical thinking. And they weren't totally wrong. Some research actually found that when students used AI to write essays, their brain activity was lower. So study mode is a direct answer to these very real fears. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. OpenAI is pretty open about this. You can't force a student to stay in study mode. They can always just flip back to the regular mode and get the quick answer. What that means is, for this tool to actually work, the student has to want to learn, not just blow through the assignment. The choice is still totally theirs. Okay, so AI can be a tutor. What's the next logical step up? How about becoming your own personal research assistant? That is exactly what Google's doing with NotebookLM. It's a tool that's built to help you make sense of really complex information from your own documents. And the new things it can do are just incredible. The real showstopper is this video overviews feature. You can feed it, say, a super dense research paper, and it will generate a whole narrated slideshow with visuals and charts pulled right from your document to explain the key ideas. It can also create mind maps to show you how things are connected, and even audio summaries so you can learn while you're doing other stuff. And this simple little visual here, it actually represents a massive upgrade in flexibility. See, before, you could get one of each thing, one video, one mind map. Now, you can create multiple versions of them. Just think about that. You can generate one video summary for your boss and a totally different one for your team, all from the exact same source material. It's so much more versatile. All right, so from tutoring and research, we're taking another huge leap, this time into pure creation. Elon Musk's chatbot, Grok, is being transformed into what you can only really call an infinite creation engine. They're plugging powerful new image and video tools right into the app itself. Just let that phrase sink in for a second. Near instant, infinite, generation. We're not just talking about typing in a prompt, get one image. We're talking about a nonstop, endlessly scrolling feed of visual ideas that are generated on the fly. It's like a fire hose of creativity, and it's a first for this kind of all-in-one app. And the things you can do with it are stunning. You can create brand new images, you can remix ones that are already there, and you can even take a still image and turn it into 4 different video clips. But the feature that's truly wild is adding soundtracks to those videos. That's a really high-end capability we'd previously only seen in models like Google's Veo 3. This basically turns Grok from a chatbot into a mini multimedia production studio. And now we've reached the climax of our story. We've seen AI that teaches, we've seen AI that assists, and we've seen AI that creates. But this is the final frontier. This is AI that actually does the work. An enterprise AI company called Writer has just launched what it calls an action agent, and it's designed to execute tasks for us. So what even is an autonomous agent? Well, it's completely different from a chatbot. You give it a really complex goal, something like analyze our sales data from Q3, compare it to last year, find the key trends, and then make a slide deck about it. The agent doesn't just tell you how to do it. It actually makes a plan and then goes off on its own, using a web browser, running code, and using other tools to complete the entire task, from start to finish. And this quote from Writer, it just nails the shift perfectly. We're leaving the world where we ask AI for instructions, and we're entering a brand new world where we just delegate the entire workflow to an AI and let it run. So how does it actually pull this off without messing up? It runs on a constant execution loop. First, the agent acts. It runs a command. Then it observes what happened. And if it failed, like if a web page didn't load or something, it doesn't just crash and give up. It refines its plan, figures out a workaround, and tries a new way. This ability to self-correct in real time is what makes it so incredibly powerful. And look, this isn't just marketing hype. The proof is right here in the performance. On something called the Gaia benchmark, which is designed to test AI on really difficult multi-step problems, Writer's action agent scores an impressive 61%. You can see it clearly outperforms other top models. This is a real measurable jump in what these systems can do. Now, of course, giving an AI this much power requires some serious guardrails, right? And because this was built for businesses, security and control are everything. Every single task runs in its own secure, isolated sandbox. Companies get total control over their data, they can monitor everything in real time, and, this is key, it generates verifiable results, not just stuff that sounds plausible. So, we've gone on this whole journey, from a tutor to an assistant to a creator, all the way to a worker. And as AI starts taking on more and more of the doing, it leaves us with a really critical question. What's left for us to do? Well, the answer seems to be a skill we might have taken for granted: judgment. What we're watching happen right now is the single biggest shift in AI yet. It's no longer just a tool you talk to, it's becoming a true partner that acts on your behalf, a collaborator that can actually execute complex, real-world work. And that brings us to this final and, I think, most powerful thought. If AI can handle the execution, if it's got the how covered, what becomes our most valuable skill? It has to be judgment. In a world full of synthetic labor, our ability to ask the right questions, to set the right goals, and to critically evaluate the results, that becomes the essential human skill. The future probably isn't about competing with AI. It's about learning how to direct it wisely.